to the supply area here. So this small sell-off that you are seeing is sponsored by this support zone here. So if GU is going to sell, it has a reason to sell from here. But if you are going to be buying GU, we are going to have to wait till GU takes this high. If GU takes this high, then we can now join the buys. Is that okay? Let me show you why it is on the daily time frame. You see, on the daily time frame, if GU finally comes to close, if GU finally comes to close above here like this with a body, you see that we can now draw out this line from here, something like this. So it's going to be looking like what? Like a key level. That zone is going to look like a key level on the lower time frame. Look at it. If GU takes this high, you see that we have price was here, played around with here, and then when price now finally breaks above. So you know that this place will now be a very important zone that price can likely continue the trade from. Why? Because price has been around there and has played around there and interacted with that zone a couple of times. So when this happens, there is a tendency we may buy from there. Else, we're just going to wait it out for G. Another thing that GU has done today, since price came from here on GU, since we are reacting from this key level, we should be trading to this place by right. Good. Now today has come and has done something. And what has it done? By coming to sweep the previous day low here. So it is a tendency of price coming for here. All right, let's see the H4 expansion. Okay, the H4 is just now that it's trying to expand. It's now the H4 is trying to expand. So you see, the next 1 hour, 10 minutes, we're going to know if truly this expansion has happened. If it has, then you know that GU is going to be resuming, it's going to be resuming the buy move, the buy push. Okay, so this place on the H4 was just a temporary supply. This area was just a temporary supply where we're expecting price to just do a little bit of a pullback before we continue. So since we have taken the previous day low, H4 is trying to expand. You see that we may likely be taking this place. And if we do, we'll not trade yet. It's if we now take this place, sorry. If we now take this place, we'll now do what? We'll now expect a continuation from there. So we are going to be very, very watchful of that zone. Okay, keep an eye on that zone for GBP USD. That is our next plan. Okay. What else? Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Gold has been consolidating for about two days or 3 now. Gold has just been in this range from here to here like this. It has not really done anything. It has not gone up. It has not come down. And you may be asking why gold is doing this. I don't have an answer for you. What I can tell you is that gold is simply trying to build something here. See, this place is now coming off as a key level. So you know that when price breaks here, this becomes a very solid place to buy. So you see, not every consolidation is a bad thing per se. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. So you see that if price takes here, we have a reason to do what? To trade from here, because this area, price has split here, price has split here, price has split here. Then we can now do what? We can now trade from there. So before, I was looking for gold to, there was an area on the H1 I was looking at. Yeah, this area, look at this area. I wanted price to come down, take this area and then go. You know, this place had a fair value gap, also had an inducement. So I wanted price to come here and buy. So that happened, but price did not come back here. And then you can see the price action between here and here has been very, very choppy. Okay, there hasn't been any proper break of structure with him, because you know that a break of structure is more powerful when it leaves behind an imbalance or a fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. So this place now looks like price simply trying to build should I call it a top, so that when we now break it like this, it's like a resistance area, this line, like a resistance zone, so that when price breaks it, the resistance can now turn towards to a support, and then we continue buying. So you see, now we have built our next train of thoughts, or our next plan for gold. What we want gold to do, I've already arranged it so that when it happens, we are not caught off guard or unawares. So when it happens, we already know the next thing we want to do. And that's what I always tell people that are trading, that you don't just allow the market to take you unawares. Sometimes when you're in the market at that point, something may not be forming. But before you leave that pair, look at it, try to perceive the next move, and then prepare yourself that if this move happens, I'm going to do this. If this one comes down, I'm going to do this. If it goes up, I'm going to do this. All right. So you can say, okay, if it goes up, I'm going to buy from there. If it goes down, I'll leave it until it gives me a good buy. So always try to project your next move, plan your next trade, your next action before the trade even happens, so that when it now happens, you'd already know what you wanted to do on that pair. Okay, so that's that for gold. For now, gold is just in a in a choppy phase. So when gold finally gives us a break to the upside, hopefully we can buy. If the break doesn't come, we are going to see maybe gold wants to do deeper pullback before it buys. Let me see if there's a place where gold can do a deeper pullback to before it buys. Let's go from the daily. Where would that happen? Okay, this guy is still, this line I drew is still a possible zone. Let me see. We have some FVG here too. We have some fair value gaps here. Let me see. Okay. That's some fair value gap at this point. So what will happen is, if gold should go up, we'll just buy from here. If it comes down, then maybe he wants to either come and buy from here or from this fair value gap. All right. So that is that. So we'll keep an eye on gold to know what gold does. Okay. All right. Let's look at UJ. So we had a good trade on UJ yesterday. We made money on UJ. If you made money on UJ yesterday, please type 111 on the chat box. Just type 111 on the chat box. I want to know those that are following us. Just type 111 on the chat box. If you made $1 on USD JPY yesterday, type 111 on the chat box. I'm looking at it. I want to see your feedback. I want to see your feedback. I want to know that what we are doing here, we are not just calling out these trades and then it's not being utilized by anybody. Okay, I can see. Thank you very much. That's a good feedback. Only one person. Only one person. Okay, I can see somebody else has posted. All right, please keep your feedback coming in while we continue. Keep your feedback coming in. USD JPY sell yesterday. I want to know those that took it and those that made money from it. Okay, so this USD JPY trade simply highlights the importance of being flexible in the market. This trade simply highlights the importance of being flexible. If you recall, I was saying that since we took from here, we should come here. Abi? And then as that happened, I also said something that since we went from here, we finished a journey at this line here. And then at this point, price gave us a pullback down. So there is a tendency for this thing. There's a tendency for price to sell from here. Can you see? The fact that price took this drawn liquidity and then gave us a push down, I said that before I focus if I focus my projection back for the buys, I'm going to see, is there a possible zone to sell? And that is what pushed us down to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, we had this solid zone here that price reacted nicely from it and then sold. And then not only did that happen, stay with me, there was also what? There was also a fully bearish engulfing candle formation. When you see this guy, that means it's a strong sign that price wants to trade in that direction. I don't know if you are together. So that's that. So that's what happened. So we now went to H4. As at H4, the move already started here. There's already a trade here. There's already a trade here. So when we came on this chart, we were here. So we analyzed it that we're going to be looking for a sell from this expansion. You see, this place was once a buy zone. This guy was once a buy zone. Price actually used it to buy. So price came back again to that same line and did this rejection. And then at the end of the day, what did it do? It now broke beyond that zone. So it means this zone is a what? Is a key zone. So price did what? Price simply just came back to that zone. I think on the H1 was when we found our entry. Yes. On that zone, you see H1 just delivered a good entry. And then there was a re-entry opportunity here. This one was not for the live, was not on the live call, but this was the one that we gave on the live call. So you see that the re-entry was as simple as the first entry. After this one happened, there was just a new expansion. Just trading from that expansion alone was where the re-entry came from. There was nothing special. Okay, so our first entry was from here. Then the re-entry opportunity came when price did what? When price broke this place. Look at it. When price gave us a new expansion and there was a fair value gap. That is simply where the re-entry came from. And then you can see how much USD JPY sold. So imagine we're very, very rigid, saying that price has to come for this place before we trade. And then you are not going to be making any money from the market. It's very good it's very good to be what's it called? To be flexible. Now, if we are trading from here, stay with me. If we are trading from this place, this is what happened. This is the low that started all this retracement back to this place. That means price should come and complete this journey here. Is it not? This is the low that started this retrace. So price should come and complete this journey here. So let us see. Can we still see something before price reaches here? This is where we're looking at least price should trade to before it stops and starts going back. So let's see. Is there a new expansion? Let's see. I'm seeing something already. I don't know if you're seeing it. I like what is happening here. I can even draw it from here. Why do I like this zone? It's very simple. This place was once a sell zone. Price used it to sell and then broke. Then later in the future, price has come back again to break beyond that place. So that line that you have there is a line of interest for me. Is that okay? So I'm looking at price selling. When it comes back inside here, I can refine this to this place. So anywhere around this fair value gap from here to here, I'm expecting more sells on USD JPY. Okay, it's just falling it's just nose diving, right? So we're not going to, maybe a deep pullback may not come yet. I mean, if it comes, we're going to know. But as this area, I'm going to look for a sell here to finish the journey at this drawn liquidity. So that's how we play continuation. You just look for what price is giving you, the most recent information that price is giving you, and then you just trade from there. So this is where I'm going to be expecting price to give us a continuation from before we finish the journey down here. Is that okay? All right. So that's that for USD JPY. That's that for USD JPY. Let's see. Let's see some other ones. AUD NZD. What's this? I think that we have done majors now. Let's see some minors and the rest. Some minor currencies and the minor currency pairs. So USD, AUD, NZD did something nice. Let me clear my screen and start again. You see, we had a key level. I think it was a weekly key level. Is it? Yes. From here. It was a weekly key level from here. And then price did what? This was the high that started the retracement. So price ran all the way to this high. So you see that was price has completed that cycle. You see, it's simple. It's a simple law of basic market structure. That if price has broken structure and then retrace it, he has to go back to do what? To complete it again. Retrace, has to go back and do what? And complete it. So it's not rocket science. This is the trading 101. So on the daily now, let's see what price did. When price came here on the daily, what did he do? See, it closed with a body. And when price closed beyond a major high or low with a body is a sign that we're continuing in that direction. Can you see? So price closed there with a body. Now let's go to H4 to look for a trade. Before we even go to H4, you can mark out this area and say that you're going to buy from here. It's a very, very valid key area for price to react from. Very, very valid. Good. But when we go to the H4, something happened. You see, H4, while waiting for this one, H4 gave us a new expansion here. H4 gave us a new expansion. Look at it on the line chart. So there was every reason for price to buy from here. I marked this guy out yesterday. I had a trade running yesterday, so I did not take this one. But it's one of the trades that I would have taken if I did not have other running positions. Okay, so price just played from here and then went up. As simple as that. Okay, now what do you see? You see that price has gone ahead to print what? A new expansion. So you see that this is where we are going to be expecting AUD and ZD to trade from to continue the buy. Is that okay? So this one, I'm just giving you direction. I'm not calling a trade here. Just giving you direction so that you see this place has a fair value gap. Very nice one. So when price trades down inside here, we can expect price to do what? To trade till this high. I started the retracement. Is that okay? From here, I expect price to trade till this high. Then it will now do a new expansion. Price will come here again. From here, trade again till this high. So that is how price moves. As simple as that. That's how price moves. So for AUD, NZD, this is where we are. Now you know that if price decides to violate this place by crashing below it, by crashing below that zone, you know that price likely wants to come for this guy, and then it continues. So if you have two key areas or 2 points of interest, and maybe one of them is violated or invalidated, it does not mean that direction is over. Okay, it may just be that price wants to go for a lower key level or a lower key zone, a lower point of interest before buying from there. So that's what is happening. So we're going to hear for ADNZ. You recall that we are day traders. The one is how can we pick something in the market when we come into the market every day and not doing too much per se. Okay, so that's the view for AUD NZD. Okay, that's the view for AUD NZD. Let's see. This guy was one of our trades from yesterday. It started very well, started in profits, but it's back to entry. CAD CHF was one of our trades from yesterday. Started very well, but it's back to entry now. So let us see. You know, we reacted from here. We reacted from there and we're selling. See, price came and also broke beyond here to create an expansion. So there is every reason for price to trade from here to sell. Let's go to the 4 hours. You see, this zone had this nice fair value gap and also this key zone. I'm expecting price to still drop from here. Is that okay? I'm expecting price to still drop from there. So if you are not in this trade, you can go ahead and take this trade. This one is about 20 pips stop loss. So if you're taking this trade, this one is not a limit order. This one is a market execution, CAD CHF. We are looking at selling this guy right away. Selling this guy right away. You just go know your lots, your lot size you are using. Your stop loss is going to be 20 pips above the entry. So if you're entering it now, your SL is going to be at 0.56870. 0.56870. And then your TP is going to be here, 0.56010. So this is the trade for CAD CHF. All right. Trade is back to entry. So if you did not enter, there's an opportunity for us to re-enter it. Okay. TP1 will just be here. Maybe when price gets to this low, you can take partials. All right. When price gets to this, you can take partials while we still expect it to move till here to this final target. So that's that. That's that for CAD CHF. Is that okay? That's that for CAD CHF. It's moving a little bit slow for now, but that's no problem at all. That is no problems at all. So that's that. You can always take a screenshot of my screen and then you go and place the trade. And we're moving on.
Can we make entry using 4-hour time frame, or do we go to lower time frame to make the entry?
This is the entry. Just take it from here. Just take a sell.
Okay. Okay.
Take a sell. Put your stop loss above here at 0.56870. Yeah, just take the trade from there. All right. So that's that. What else do we have? I don't have much today, like I stated, like I earlier stated. Let's see. What else? Let's see this JPY pair. JPY pairs have really has really shown us. Is JPY ready to go back to the downside? Are JPY pairs ready to go back to what's it called? Are they ready to retrace? Are JPY pairs ready to retrace? Because I noticed that a lot of them, like CAD JPY and I think Euro JPY, if I'm not mistaken, are doing something significant. And they're on the monthly time frame. They are sweeping the previous month high like this. The previous month is being swept like this. with tendency to do what? To come for the low. Look at it here. You see that price is sweeping the previous month high here. You see? Price is sweeping the previous month high here. And it can likely come for the previous month low. So that maybe that's where this huge sell-off is coming from on JPY. A lot of them are sweeping the previous month. Let's see the weekly. Now, on the weekly, what do you see? You see that price is trying to print a fully bearish engulfing candle formation. I believe you can see it. See these two candles. Price is trying to print a fully bearish engulfing candle formation. So there is a huge possibility that this guy may still give us some sales. All right, this guy may still give us some sales. This week is ending in 2 days. So in those 2 days, if this candle should close like this, that means we can actually continue selling. Now let's see the daily. Let's see the daily. You see, daily has left behind a lot of imbalance. So price may likely go back inside those imbalance areas like this and then sell. Okay, so depending on what the weekly time frame does, price may likely go into these imbalance areas like this, and then you'll now sell off from there. So for JPY pairs, at least we have been able to make some money from USD JPY. If we see other ones, we can enter. There was a trade on Euro JPY tomorrow. Yes, there was a trade on Euro JPY yesterday. Also a very good sell-off. So I mean, if the market is selling, we can always do well to catch something within the range. We are not very fixated on one direction. Okay, we are not saying we're not going to sell, we're not going to buy. No, 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 no. If it gives you solid reasons to trade, even though it's the opposite direction, okay, that means price may be trying to do a reversal. So if we get the closure like this on the weekly time frame, we actually close bearish, very bearish like this, then we can expect this, maybe from next week we can continue selling JPY pairs. So I'm still observing it to be sure that it's not just a retracement. So because sometimes these guys can give us very deep pullbacks like this, and it's just a pullback for price to continue in a direction. So I'll be watching it. If I get more trades, of course, we are going to talk about it here, and then we're going to trade it together. Okay, so that's CAD JPY. Euro CHF, I have direction for us. I have it here. I have direction I want to give us on Euro CHF. I have direction for us on Euro CHF, and it's here. Okay, so this guy has been very bearish. This guy has been very, very bearish. So we're not looking for continuation of the sales. Is that the all-time low for Euro CHF? Okay, no. I'm looking for more sales for this guy. So yesterday did something. Yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago, we closed beyond here impulsively. Very big close beyond that zone. All right. So that means that this line that we have here is a key level. Okay. See the way price interacted with a couple of times and then broke. So we're simply expecting when price enters here, see, see the daily time frame. When price enters, I'm going to look for a 4 hours expansion. When 4 hours expands, I'll definitely or most likely see a fair value gap area on the H1 that I'll now trade all the way till this low. So you see that we have already planned the trade out, what we want to see before price even gets to those zones. So when price now enters my point of interest, I already know what I want to do. So when price enters here, this line, I'll just go to the H4. Okay, you see H4 is also very, very beautiful. The moment H4 does something like this, touches it and then breaks structure like this, that means we are ready for our sell from here. This thing is simply price changing direction to where you want to. We're going up and then price does this. You see, price is no longer going up at this point. That means we can likely do what? We can likely sell from here. So that's my plan for Euro CHF. I'm not going to keep that open for us. Euro CHF is looking good. And we may likely get a trade from there. All right, we likely get a trade from there. Okay. All right. What else? Okay, AED CHF is looking nice. AED CHF is looking very, very nice. Let's see what's happening here. I want to buy AED CHF. I want to buy this HF. So we started the buy from here. So we should come and complete it here. So let's see the H4. What's the H4 saying? Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Stay with me. So after we reacted from here, see that we had an expansion to the upside. Can you see? So price did a pullback inside those fair value gap areas and has continued it to the upside again. So now when price reacted from here, what do you see? Price went on to do more break of structure to the upside. So that is more reason why we should buy. Is that okay? Let me see the daily in a moment. Okay, we are good. So price left behind this key zone here. So what I think that price is actually trying to still react nicely from here. So if in the next 46 minutes, this candle should close the way it is, if this candle should close the way it is, or let me see that lower time frame it has given us. Okay. So, okay, let me see the 45. Of course, this guy is looking good. It's not yet ready. Let me see the 2 hours. 2 hours giving us a fully bullish engulfing. That's nice. Our 3 hours. Okay. So everything is dependent on the next 46 minutes. If we can get this, you can close bullish without touching this high. Or let me see the H4. Same thing on the H4 without touching this high. Then you know that we can just go ahead and take a buy. Like this. Why is it not falling? We can take a trade like this. SL is going to be below here. And then what we're targeting, our TP1 is just going to be this high. Then TP2 is this final zone here. So ADCHF is looking very good for a continuation, please. ADCHF is looking very good for a continuation. All right. So when we take here, when we close here in the next 45 minutes, hopefully we close without touching this place. If we touch here, then we have to wait to, okay. If we can close the way we are, or maybe just a little bit below, but don't this candle should still be bullish. This candle here should still be bullish. If we can still be bullish without closing here, then we can just take a straight up buy. Put your SL below the candle, and then you can target here for your TP1. And then this line is your TP2. Okay, so that's the plan for ADCHF. I'm looking at this guy closely. I'm very much interested in what it has to offer us today. All right, so let me delete this because it's not yet ready. I don't want anybody to go and take a trade. Okay, so I think I'm done. For today. Let's see. BTC, GJ, BTC. Okay, a lot of people want to see BTC. BTC, people were trying to buy BTC yesterday and I think 2 days ago, but I said no, I'm not going to buy BTC yet. Now, let me show you why. BTC, yes, it came into this, all of this is like an expansion, right? So price has finally come into this area. This is a discount. Everything here is a discounted zone. So price can likely buy from here. Now you can see the way price has done what? Price gave us this nice rejection. So there is likelihood of us buying BTC, yes. But at the moment, as of yesterday and the day before yesterday, it was not yet ready. I'll tell you why. Now let's go to the daily time frame. Okay. Now the daily time frame, we had what? We had this previous day low sweep to come for the high. So why didn't price reach that high? It's very simple. Because before price got to that high, price came and did what? This day, this daily time frame. So this particular day, price came and swept the high. So that means price has to complete this journey here before it even resumes the buy, if at all. And that is why BTC was having this sell-off. So I saw some people trying to buy, not I don't think not on the group, but elsewhere. They tried to buy BTC, but I held back because I have this idea that if price should do this, price should come here. I have things that I used to override this. Okay, I have other criteria that I used to override this, but for now, I knew that if we have taken here and we have closed, price has to settle this guy, maybe at least before we continue, and that is why this guy has been like where it is. So for now on BTC, I can't really give you anything. Honestly, I cannot give you anything on BTC now because I want BTC to buy. I mean, if it has come back for this zone, we should likely buy BTC. But go to the daily. Daily has failed to give us a strong expansion. That was weekly. So now we're on the daily. Daily should have given us an expansion by now, but it hasn't given us. So daily also gave us something to work with. That's previous day low sweep to come for the high. So let's check the H4 for expansion. So you see, BTC did an expansion as at this point. This is another reason why people were trying to buy this expansion. But you see, it was a trap because price was sweeping the previous day high and then it now expanded here. This is why this sell came. Another expansion, this sell came again. So if BTC wants to continue selling, then that means it may use here to continue selling this area here. But for now, I'm not going to do anything on Bitcoin. For me, I'm not doing anything yet on Bitcoin, please. So I don't know what you're looking at for Bitcoin. I'm just going to wait this guy out for now. All right. Maybe if price closes and then tomorrow gives us a previous day low sweep and then gives us H4 expansion, we can now start buying. But for now, you know, we are in a buy zone. So we want to buy and the price gave us this to come here. So we want to buy. But for now, there is no alignment with that buy. Rather, we are even having sales. So this may be price trying to build up before it breaks. So when that now happens, we can now trade. But if price should come down to break here, then you know that this buy is not going to work. Price will continue selling. Okay. So please, I'm not doing anything for Bitcoin for now, please. Is that okay? I'm not doing anything for Bitcoin for now, please. First to say GJ is bearish. Yeah, GJ is all the JPY quote currencies are bearish. Okay. Let me look at it. What is happening there? I don't have anything at the moment for them, do I? Okay, let's see. So like I said, they are all sweeping the previous month high. Okay, this one has already reached TP. It's already reached TP. Let me see the weekly. I don't have anything yet, please. I don't have anything yet. I don't want to force analysis. This week has not yet closed. When this week closes in the next 2 days, I can now say yes, that we can likely do what? We can likely sell from here. Okay. When this weekly candle closes in the next 2 days, I can now say that I see this whole fair value gap and key level here. I can now expect price to do this and then sell. But for now, please, I'm not doing anything until the week is over. Okay. What else? Euro, EU. I've already done EU. AU. Let me look at AU. Already done a Euro USD. AU is bullish. I think somebody asked for this trade a few days ago, and I already said that the AU is bullish. But I wanted it to come down here to buy from here. But price did not come down. Price is rather trying to do a new expansion. So let's see. Let's see. Is it good? Okay, this is nice. This place is nice for a buy. Okay. Who is the person that asked for it? This place is nice for a buy. So when price trades inside here, look for a confirmation. Do you know why? I'd have told you just buy from here straight, but there's also what? There's also a key level. There's also a point of interest down here. And price may sweep it and come and buy from here. So what you do at this zone, look for a confirmation. If you get a confirmation, you can do what? You can buy from here. If you don't, then that means price may likely sweep here and come for here. So please wait for confirmation here and buy AU, or you wait and buy it here. Okay. All right, that's that. And then lastly, check GR40. What's GR40 saying? Okay. Let's see. GR40 was coming from this area. Was coming from this area to come and finish the job here. But at this point, it experienced a roadblock. So let's see on the daily. Let's see the daily. So something is happening nicely on the daily here. There's another key level here. Look at it. See, it's good to be very objective and very flexible. There's another key level here price should have bought from. But it's important to note that price did what? Price did previous day high sweep here. So price may likely come and settle this low before those buys. If the buy is going to happen, that means any time today, we're going to have a huge 4 hours expansion. Then we can now buy. But for now, the sellers are in control. So let's see the H4. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. So the H4 is trying to expand. Look at it. We have number one, we have the expansion here. Number two, we are having what? A fully bearish engulfing. Oh, a fully bearish engulfing here. Can you see? So in the next 37 minutes, Prince, the next 37 minutes, this guy is going to expand. Okay, then you can possibly look for a trade. Let me see the H1. Okay, H1, your trade will look like this. See this fair value gap, your trade will look like this. or the H1. Let me see if it's clear on H2. Okay, no, it's H1 that's going to give you the fair value gap. So the trade will be a trade will be a H1 trade. Is that okay, please? All right. So I think that's that. I think that is that. That is that. That is that. We are inside this bullish key level, but at the same time we are having this sell information. So be very cautious the way you approach it. You know why? This is what's happening here. We are inside a buy zone like this, and price is now giving you previous day high sweep. So that's a kind of conflicting information. So if you're going to be trading, ensure that you are having a proper confirmation to give us that direction. All right. So that's GR40. So thank you everyone. It's been nice. Thank you. For people that are joining us for the first time, you are welcome. This is what we do here. We break down the charts, we look at the market, look for possible trades. And then when we see, we take. Now you understand that it's not every day that you're going to see a trade in the market. In fact, you should not be trading every day by right. It's not every day that you should be taking a trade. Okay, so when the trade comes, you play. If the trade does not come, you wait. All right. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So much time
Hello,
is up.
boss.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, it's Mayowa.
Yeah.
From the look of the trade, the bearish and the bullish, I discovered that it's as if there is a space between where you enter your trade and the next one. Is that the way it is? Just to kind of make it simple.
Sorry, say it again. The space between where I enter my trade
and the way I see where you are entering, like it has that two color, the bearish one and the bullish one.
Oh,
The
okay,
color
okay. I understand your question. We'll treat it in the training. Okay,
all
sir.
right, please. I would like to get that because I'm
No problem,
somehow,
no problem.
because the way I'm saying is as if a space, then the next one will be the one you are entering, like that, sort of.
Yes, I understand that you're coming in newly, so it's a welcome question. So we're treating that step by step, and we'll get there. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Someone saying Apple drops in. When they signal, we used to drop now. We used to drop. So sometimes it will come from here on the live session. Some other time it will be when we have the other one outside live session, it will be dropped on the general group. But we have a funded group. People that are funded enjoy more of the signals, please. Okay. So if you are funded and then you have not indicated, reach out to me or reach out to any of the admins in the group that you are, and then you're going to be added to the funded group where more signals are always rolling. Okay, so thank you.